As we count down to the new year, just one station is counting down the top 17 stories of 2017. And tonight, we're down to the #1 story of the year here in the Valley.
Right, that's massive standoff in the streets between protesters and police after President Trump's rally in downtown Phoenix. There are still disputes today about whether the heavy police response was even necessary. Team 12's Kevin Kennedy was in the middle of all that action. Kevin?
Political rallies aren't supposed to end with tear gas and pepper spray, but in this highly charged climate, there is a lot of anger toward our president, and it boiled over on a warm night back in August. It began as a peaceful, yet pointed protest.
This is not Trump's house. This is our house.
Hundreds and eventually thousands of people irritated and angry with their president.
As a woman, as a brown person, it's my country just as much as anyone else's.
Protesters on one side of a metal barrier, supporters on the other, thousands bearing the 100-degree heat to hear Trump speak.
What you're looking at right here, this is the end of the line.
From one corner to another, this was the scene outside the Phoenix Convention Center near 2nd and Monroe Street last August. Inside, the mood much different.
It is my high honor.
The 45th president of the United States was firing up his supporters.
I'm thrilled to be back in Phoenix, in the great state of Arizona.
But as the president was speaking, the crowd of protesters was growing. Minutes later, almost immediately after the rally, protesters and supporters would clash. Police move in. Chaos would soon reign. Police confronting protesters, thousands blanketing intersections in downtown Phoenix, some reportedly throwing rocks and water bottles at officers.
Right away, all of a sudden, the police just started letting loose with tear gas and the concussion grenades, and everybody just started stampeding.
The combustible and dangerous scene playing out on live TV.
The Phoenix Police Department is shooting some tear gas into a crowd of people that are not wanting to disperse.
Firebanks would light up the night, while thick smoke from gas canisters would smother the area. Breathing was difficult, many overcome by the fumes.
Everyone got gas. I had to help all day. My face is burning.
Hundreds of officers trying to disperse the crowd, standing side by side as they walked back protesters. 12 News Live during the mayhem.
I started seeing more cops coming towards me, and then...
Watch what happens next. Our interview interrupted.
I'm just walking.
There's another one right now, guys.
Police continuing to throw flashbangs and gas, the sedacious scene continuing for more than an hour.
Boy, it looks like a war zone when you look at some of this video.
These images paint a disturbing and at times frightening picture.
They did exactly what I asked them to do, and that's be professional, be concise, and make sure that they took care of the scenario and situation.
Eventually, the angry crowd would dwindle and disperse, police able to take control.
But I can tell you, at least for the most part, it does seem like things have kind of calmed down here. Just
what many feared would happen did, but thankfully there were few injuries on a night the Valley won't soon forget. Officers arrested only a handful of people during the protest. Police say it all started when people in the crowd started throwing rocks and bottles at officers. Kevin Kennedy, 12 News.